Hey, what is going on, guys? This is SMEB Reviews, and today we are taking a look at the new album from Paul McCartney titled Egypt Station. Let's get to it. Paul McCartney, obviously, of the Beatles and the Wings, and then ever since the 80s, he's just been doing solo stuff. Obviously, does not need to prove to his fans that he can write music. It's very apparent that he knows what he's doing. But that being said, ever since the 2000s, his music's not been quite on par with his past stuff. That's not to say it's bad. Honestly, he has some good albums in there. His 2013 album, New, I honestly do really like it. It's a good album. But that being said, his voice does seem to be showing a little bit of wear, and not necessarily because of his old age, but a little because he's just uninspired. And so I was really excited for this new album because the two lead singles, Come On To Me and I Don't Know, both showed a fire under him and a spark of inspiration. And they were two of the best songs that he's had in a while. And while Come On To Me in my initial review I wasn't super fond of, it's grown on me quite a bit just because he seems to be having such fun with it. And that's something that's so refreshing because, as I said, it just seems like he felt a little uninspired in his past albums. But Egypt Station is a great work that really shows him enjoying himself, making music that he loves. And while I'm sure no record company was really strong-arming him with any of the past albums, come on, he's Paul McCartney. I do believe that he wasn't necessarily making the music that he liked, or at least it sounds more like he is now. He may have thought he was making it, but he seems to be much more enjoying this sound right now. And that's awesome to hear. Egypt Station is a collection of sounds, taking as if it's in a train station or an airport or something, and the goal here is to link sounds from different countries and cultures and combine them into one album. That is the concept, a very loose concept, but one that does exist in Egypt Station, and one that I do truly enjoy. Back in Brazil takes the sound of the country of the song's namesake and really makes something of its own. It tells a story of a woman who's pretty unsatisfied with her life. And while she does grow up and have kids and have a family, which are things that should make people happy, there still remains a little melancholy there. And it just shows a stark look at reality. It's not all peaches. It does get hard at times. And so it really does take a really interesting look at reality. I Don't Know is also grounded in reality. It's one of my favorite tracks off the album, but it takes a look at McCartney's life and talks about the hopelessness that sometimes he feels. And it's a really grounded in reality look at it, and just a man's attempt to regain control, one that a lot of people can relate to. It's a very real track, and it's very relatable to tracks like Hey Jude or Let It Be, because it's a softer piano ballad-esque kind of song, and one that really works well. One of the best tracks on the album. I do really enjoy this song. We also do get a lot of very bouncy songs, a lot of very danceable songs with Come On To Me and the very strangely named Fuck You. It's a double entendre, meaning two different things. But it definitely, those songs are very bouncy and fun and have a lot of life to them. And while on a first listen, both kind of rubbed me the wrong way, after a while, they've really grown on me. I didn't think I'd like either of them, but he does take a really fun approach, and despite his age and how he is singing about a more sexually mature act, he definitely does tackle it well and have a lot of fun with it. It's a very enjoyable track, one that I really do enjoy. But he does not shy away from politics either. He talks about climate change and Despite Repeated Warnings, which is obviously about a sailor who ends up not heeding anybody's warning and sails into a very dangerous area and dies. But it parallels McCartney's thoughts on the human race with climate change, and how he believes that the human race is slowly going to destroy itself through climate change if they don't do something about it. It's really a well-balanced album. There's not really truly a bad song on here. They all have life to their own and are truly good. Even the mid-tempo songs, which are often pretty difficult to pull off, are handled very excellently. And Paul McCartney definitely knows what he's doing. He's shown that through years of hard work and dedication. But Egypt Station is definitely one of the best albums in a long time from him. Possibly at times it could feel overbloated with 16 tracks, but two of those are mainly just sounds that he does to try to create like a train station feel, as Egypt Station is named after a train station of sorts. And so with 14 songs it sometimes can, but it really doesn't bother me any. It really is a good, solid album, and one that I do really enjoy. Not a perfect album. He's definitely had better, But yet, this album is really good, and like I said, one of his best in a long time, I'd argue, since Flaming Pie. It's a really, truly great album that I do love a lot, and I'm going to give this album a 9 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. What did you guys think of this album? Please let me know down below. Also, is there any upcoming albums that you'd like me to check out, or anything I can do to improve the quality of my videos? I'd love to hear your feedback. Besides that, thank you guys so incredibly much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.